guys, and welcome back to another video, and this is the start of Devil Week. Woohoo! Party, 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 party. So yeah, before we get into this, I wanted to show you something which I got last week. You can pause it if you want. So yeah, I did that in last week's lesson. Basically, it's code.org if you want to go on it and do puzzles. Is a good puzzle thing, and it's coding for you if you're bored at home. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. So yep, enjoy Devil Week. Let's get into Devil Week. Woohoo! Hello, we're back, and we're gonna get into it. The first story is All the Stars in the Sky, written by Tim Sprague, I think it's called. Sprague. And this is estimated reading time 15 minutes, but we're not going to read all of it, like I said in the other creepypasta video. So let's get into it. When my daughter Violet was born, I didn't have much to offer her. My wife and I both worked, but housing was expensive where we lived, and much of our income went towards renting our cramped two-bedroom apartment. Owning our own home was still just a dream then. All of the baby clothes and other items we had gotten to prepare for Violet's birth had been purchased second hand, and I had taken on a second job to make sure that we'd be able to afford formula and necessities, where that says. The first time that I had Violet, I looked down at that little wrinkled face, and I just knew that any struggles in the coming days would be worth it. She was perfect, and she deserved a perfect life. I looked over at my wife, Tara, and smiled. Someday I told her, I'm going to make sure this child has all the stars in the sky. When Violet was 5, she caught chickenpox from another child at her preschool. Because of this, she was required to stay home for 2 weeks while the infection ran its course. This was extremely hard on her. She was a very social child, and being apart from her friends for that long quickly began to take its toll. It's an effort to raise her spirits. I stopped by a thrift store on the way home from work and purchased a telescope that I had seen a few days earlier. I set it up in a bedroom window and turned off the lights. She stared up into the clear night for hours, fascinated by heavens and the things that filled it. When she finally went to bed, she snuggled into her pillow and asked me if someday she could go to space. I'm sure you will, I said to her. You'll fly right up to space and become the princess of all the stars in the sky. 2 years later, when Violet was lying in a bed, pediatric cancer ward, I would visit her evening after work and all day on the weekends. I would have spent every single moment with her if it had been all possible, but I had remained employed to be able to continue our health insurance. Tara never left her side, though, so I was comfortable that she was never alone. The cancer was aggressive, and while the doctors tried everything that they could, the disease continued to progress. Its inevitable conclusion. So yeah, that was all the stars. And if you want to read more, go on to creepypasta. Let me show you, as I have got my laptop here. So yeah, this is the creepypasta website. So yeah, I was reading that. So here you go. So yeah, that was creepypasta. The last things that we did, we read. All you need is a bucket of snails, the Crimson Queen, and we did the Hive. So yeah, and then now we did all the stars in the sky. We might do that one today, and then the last one we might do is Halloween, because because this week is Devil Week, so we're gonna do Halloween, the last one. So yeah, let's get into that. The commander for that operation was an ex-special forces man called Anderson, a hardened veteran with a stone-cold stare and commanding voice. "Remember your place," he told me in uncertain terms during our pre-mission briefing. "You're a cop, not a soldier, and you haven't been trained for this. Your role is to observe, nothing more. Stay in your beep lane." And so I did. I was armed with a pistol on that night, but I didn't open fire. I trusted Anderson and his men to do their job. See, that is this creepypasta. So we're gonna go on to Halloween now. So let's go down a bit. I briefly entertained the notion of letting them crash into bloody heaps on the firm ground below, but they would never learn the lesson through a terminal series of broken bones and twisted meat. I quickly descended towards and regained my grip. On already shredded tissue, I had gasped before. We were close to the forest floor when I caught them, but I slowed their approach before releasing them. One more to shatter bones. Against the hard bark of the tree, they lay still and unconscious, but I could still hear their beating hearts. I retracted my wings and sprinted on all fours towards the three others who had escaped into the forest. I could smell their fear and feces, so they would not stay ahead of me for long. I leaped on top of the heavy boy with shaggy hair, snapping both of his shins as I pinned him to the ground. He spat as he screamed an assortment of curses, and I watched several strands of his hair turn pure white when I disjointed my jaw and allowed it to fall wide and open like the gaping maw of a hungry shark. The pure joy I felt in his terror was momentarily in, interrupted by my desire to bite out his throat and feel spewing fluids spraying into my mouth. I fought the urge to, as these foul individuals did not deserve a beeping death for their insults and pranks. They did, however, deserve to observe firsthand what fear truly looks like. So yeah, that was a bit gruesome. I'm sorry for reading all that to you, and you're like, oh my god, how did you read that? I'm so sorry if you were a bit shocked. Don't worry, I put disturbing on this. So yeah, that was when the mask comes off. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, tomorrow will be Ilkeston Fair, so a load of rides again, and then Wednesday will be a live stream, I think. Yeah, a live stream. Thursday will be Alton Towers, Friday will be gaming, and Saturday will be another live stream, and Sunday will be the stories for Brooke and me on the Minecraft one. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below what your favourite story was, and I will see you in the next video. These are going to be really good. These are premieres, by the way, and if you didn't know, yeah, they've got a countdown, and after they don't have a countdown, so you can watch it all over again if you wanted to. Don't worry, this has not disappeared off my channel, so if you want to watch it again without a countdown, click off this live stream and just watch it over again if you wanted to. So yeah, bye bye guys, and all of the videos are premieres, so yeah, good. Alright, bye guys.